New York City's controversial stop and frisk policy may find its days numbered. The mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, drops a lawsuit that would have expanded the controversial practice. Ebru's Derricke Dennis is live now in New York with the latest. Derricke.
Well, Logan, here in busy New York City, the argument has long been, at least one of the arguments has been, that allowing police to stop and frisk suspicious persons randomly is a good way to get a handle on crime. Well, now the mayor of New York City, the newly elected mayor of New York City, is taking a clear side against the policy of stop and frisk. The NYPD at a red light over its controversial stop and frisk policy, the rule that gives police the right to stop and frisk an individual raising suspicions. The targets, mostly minorities.
You could just be walking around, or you could just be standing in front of your building and just come in, they stop you and put you against the wall.
This week, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio distanced himself from the policy under former Mayor Michael Bloomberg by dropping a lawsuit that would have expanded the city's stop and frisk laws, which has New York City divided.
Yeah, my brother's a cop, and I think stop and frisk should continue because it stops a lot of guns, drugs.
But it's just the way that they do it. They do it in a very disrespectful way, and it can be, dehumanizing, and it can be very, just disrespectful.
But is the policy effective? Crime statistics from the NYPD show police stops are down because of the scrutiny under stop and frisk. In 2013, New Yorkers were stopped 191,000 times versus 605,000 times in 2011. And murders are down in the era of stop and frisk as well. 333 murders in 2013 versus 502 murders in 2011.
If that's the research, let's talk about the research. Let's talk about that. Let's diminish the polarization as much as possible.
Criminal justice professor Nancy Sparrow has lectured on the sociology behind stop and frisk. Her school, John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York, has studied stop and frisk extensively. She says the problem is really about communication and transparency.
I think any issue that creates a polarization, you need to just come to the table. Let's talk about it. Any complexities can be talked about.
But when police have the upper hand in stop and frisk scenarios, citizens become targets before anyone gets a chance to talk. One stopgap solution that's already being instituted, requiring every NYPD officer to identify himself officially and as a way of setting people at ease if they're feel that they're being stopped and frisked unfairly and not at random. We're live tonight in New York City. I'm Derricke Dennis for Ebru News. Logan, back to you.
All right, Derricke, thanks so much for that report.